Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we've got another NHL slate we're going to be going over. We have 6 games, so it should be a rather light slate. It's a medium-sized slate, 6 games, not bad. But before we get into the video, before we get into the recap of yesterday, you guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with an NHL video or sports betting video on this channel. And you can also follow us on our social medias at BetsEarl on Twitter, at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram. And we also have a Discord chat. If you want to join that, the link to that will be in the description of the video down below. And as always, leave your best bet for the NHL in the comment section below. Quick little recap of yesterday, and we are killing it still. Another day, another 4-0 in the NHL. Carolina getting the win 4-2 over the Panthers. They just look like the better team that game. We had the under 5.5 goals between the Devils and the Bruins, and Scott Wedgwood looked like a stud in between the pipes, shutting out the Boston Bruins. New Jersey gets the 1-0 win. We get the under 5.5 cash. Very excited about that. Washington. They started down 1-0, and then Ovechkin scored a goal, and then this Capitals team looked good yesterday. They got the 3-1 win against the Philadelphia Flyers. And we're not forgetting you, Pittsburgh, winning that in regulation. They played the Rangers last night. They were down 1-0 after a power play goal by Mika Zibanejad. Oh, yeah, what did they do? They a little after that, they scored 3 goals in a minute and a second to take a 3-1 lead. They bounced Georgiev, and they win the game 5-1, easily taking it in regulation, cashing the -105 bet there. 4-0 yesterday. We're 124 and 102. 24 and 7 in our last 31 plays. Killing it here, so let's keep it going today with this slate. We have 6 games, and this should be a fun slate we're going to be looking at here. Starting a little bit later tonight, 8 o'clock, Vegas Golden Knights take on the Minnesota Wild. -109 for the Knights, -101 for the Wild. I believe it's going to be Kaapo Kähkönen taking on Marc-Andre Fleury, and we are getting the Golden Knights at a -109. Now, I don't know if this feels like a trap line, or I don't know if this feels like an absolute slam spot, or smash spot, my bad. But we are all over these Vegas Golden Knights tonight. They are going to be my 5% best bet, -109. We never see this team as that low of paying. You have to pay that little for them. We haven't seen that since they played Colorado. That's the only team that they're anywhere close to this -109 line. Yes, Minnesota's look good. Yes, they've taken up a step this year. Vegas looks really good right now. They look like one of the best teams in the NHL, playing great defense, only allowing 2.1 goals a game. They've gone under in 3 of their last 7. They've won 8 of their last 10 games. This Vegas team looks good right now. And at -109, I feel like that's an easy play tonight versus the Minnesota Wild. Next, we have the Ottawa Senators taking on the Edmonton Oilers. -220 for the Oilers, +197 for the Senators. I'm hoping it's Mike Smith in net for the Oilers today. And they played yesterday, Ottawa, so I think it may be Joey Decord in net for them today. But looking at this game, this line, the money line, is way too far out of reach. I like the Oilers, but not -220 Oilers. The values on Ottawa here, the +197, but that's not where I'm looking at this matchup. I am looking at the under 6.5 goals. These two teams generally play towards the under this year, slightly, and when they play each other, it's been 4-0 Edmonton, 3 unders, 1 over. These two teams generally play towards the under, and we're getting 6 and a hook. Give me the under 6.5 for this game. I can see this being a 3-1, 5-1, stays under type of game. So I like the under in this matchup between the Oilers and the Senators. Next, we have the Arizona Coyotes taking on the Colorado Avalanche, minus 185 for the Avalanche, plus 166 for the Coyotes, over under 5.5 goals. And this is a game I'm passing on it because there's a lot of uncertainty here. It's going to be Darcy Comfort versus Philip Grubauer, which I like the Coyotes team way better now that they have Darcy Comfort back. And one thing that is kind of concerning me right now, injuries on that Colorado side. Nathan MacKinnon's questionable today. Cale Makar is questionable today. If they're missing those type of players, and they also have that rookie, Byron, I think is something like that. Byron. He's a rookie defenseman skating on that top pair. Makar is also on the IR. This team is missing a lot. For me, this is a dog or pass spot for me. It's going to be a pass overall. I may pull the trigger a little bit later on the Coyotes, plus 166. But this is going to be a pass for me right now. I like the Arizona side. I like the no comment on the total. I feel like whoever wins will really dictate where this total goes. If the Coyotes win, it's going to be an over. If the Avalanche win, it'll probably be an under. But this game is going to be a pass for me. I just don't see any value on this line on this game other than if they announce MacKinnon and Makar are out, I may pull the trigger on the Coyotes. Next, we have the San Jose Sharks taking on the St. Louis Blues, minus 146 for the Blues, plus 132 for the Sharks, over under of 6 goals. And this is another game I'm passing on. It looks like it's going to be Martin Jones versus Jordan Bennington. These two teams San Jose's been struggling. St. Louis has been looking a little bit better recently, but they've been playing teams like Anaheim and San Jose. I'm not laying minus 146 on the St. Louis team. The over under 6, I feel like that can go over. I'll lean towards the over in this matchup. That's the way that the Sharks team plays this year, is overs. They don't really know what defense is. They give up the second highest amount of goals per game, only behind Ottawa. So for me, this is an over or pass, no sides. And I'm going to pass completely on this game. But don't worry, I do have plays on the last 2 games here. But it's just... wow, that Vegas line moved to minus 118 now, so I still like it, but that's going up. I might bet that right after this. But next we have the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Vancouver Canucks, minus 145 for the Canadiens, plus 131 for the Canucks, over under of 6 goals. And looking at this matchup, 2 teams that are really struggling right now. But Vancouver looked good over the weekend. They beat Toronto twice. They're starting to play better. Brock Besser's looked good. This Vancouver team, I think maybe not turning a corner completely, but they're starting to play better hockey. Thatcher Demko is, I think, the one that should be in net right now, not Braden Holtby. On the Montreal side, they finally broke through against Winnipeg in their last game with a 7-1 win. But I kind of like the dog in this game. I'm liking Vancouver at that plus 131 price tag. Now, I've bet Vancouver against Montreal a couple times this year, and they've burned me. But I think this is a different Vancouver team. This is a way different Montreal Canadiens team. Because all 5 of these games have gone to the over, and Montreal has won 4 and 5 of these games. But we're going with the Canucks here, plus 131. I think they're going to ride their momentum from beating the Maple Leafs this weekend a couple times, and they're going to perform really well here. I really like them to get the win tonight. So give me the Canucks plus 131. Not my favorite play of the slate, but I don't mind it at all. And we have our final game of the night. The Los Angeles Kings take on the Anaheim Ducks. Minus 120 for the Kings, plus 109 for the Ducks. And there's no way in hell I would ever bet the Ducks if I'm only getting a plus 109. This is one of the worst teams in the NHL. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. They're one of the lowest in goals scored, 2.16 goals per game. They're 1-6-3. They've only won 1 of their last 10 games. This is a Kings spot, 100%. This is a Kings need to beat teams that are lower than them situation, and this is definitely a team that's lower than them. Minus 120, I think this should be a minus 150 in this game. Kings are a much better team than the Anaheim Ducks are. I just don't understand why this line is where it is. Kings minus 120 probably would be one of my best bets of the day. The Kings and the Knights are my two favorite for this slate. But that's what we're going to be going with this game. It's going to be the Kings minus 120 versus the Anaheim Ducks. I think the Kings keep their good run going. So that's my play for that game. So let's quickly go over our plays for tonight, and then we're going to head on out for this video. We have the Vegas Golden Knights at minus 118. We have the under 6.5 between the Oilers and the Senators. We have the Canucks at plus 131, and we have the Kings minus 120 versus the Anaheim Ducks. If this content was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel down below. But that is going to just about do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. And I'll catch you guys. And let's make some money. Let's catch some bets in the NHL tonight. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.